Well, good morning. Welcome to Self-Love Through Conscious Living with me, Reverend Wolak. Thoughts that can change your life is the name of the game. So today I want to explore the idea of intimacy. Intimacy is something that in the Eastern tradition, in the chakras, when the heart chakra is blocked, our ability to have intimacy with anything is inhibited. So I thought a great place to start would be, what is the definition of intimacy? And so here's what I've come up with for me. This is for me. I don't know what your definition of intimacy is, but for me, intimacy is the ability to be fully present and authentic with whatever I'm doing and whoever I'm with. Did you really hear what I just said? To just be fully present and authentic in whatever I'm doing and whoever I'm with. To me, that's intimacy. I'm thinking about into me, I see. The idea of that is look in the mirror and look into your eyes. And can you look in the mirror, look into your eyes, and totally say, I accept you and I love you, because acceptance means to love just like you are? Or do you look at yourself and you frown? I'll tell you, one of the great ways that I've learned to be able to be intimate and like myself is doing these podcasts, because I'm looking at a screen, and who am I looking at? Me. So I've learned to accept myself just like I am. See all these wrinkles and stuff? Not a problem. I've accepted them. I look at it and I don't wish I was something different. Here's the other thing about being intimate. Being intimate means you got to know who you are. Because if you don't know who you are, how are you going to be authentic? And if you can't be authentic, how are you going to be intimate? Isn't that why we keep asking ourselves the question, who am I? What am I here to do? What makes me unique is a great question to start off. What makes me unique? Number one. Number two, ask the question, what do I love to do? What do I love to do? And I want more. I can't get enough. Those are a couple questions. I do a very extensive job in this when I do my values workshop. So I just say that with you. Look at all you beautiful souls checking in. Good morning, good morning, good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. I'm grateful that you're here with me today. So we have been domesticated, conditioned, brainwashed into believing intimacy has to do with something with a love partner, a romantic partner. Not true. Intimacy is something that we should be doing with life. Hey, everybody, let's give some energy to Maggie. Maggie was doing her best to reclaim her health over COVID. And she has done so. She was able to do Wim Hof this morning, Wim Hof breathing. I love the Wim Hof breathing. There is nothing better than deep breathing. Well, there is, but deep breathing is one of those things that's there. Dee Dee has to know the answer. I thought I shared it with you. Does the values workshop consist of one class? Yes. The values workshop that I'm going to be doing on February 26th is an hour and a half, maybe an hour and 45 minutes. When you're done, you will know your top values. I promise you. And you can discern whether you want to keep them or you want to do the work and change them. But I'm back into intimacy here. We have been domesticated into just about everything we believe. I love all the comments. Jordan says, take it. Classes will change your life. What does Joshua say? How could someone find out what they truly love if they are conditioned, brainwashed towards someone else's agenda. That's what the values determination process does. I've seen it work hundreds and hundreds of times. I do the values determination process with myself. I've done it with Dr. John DeMartini several times. He created it. I've done it like 3 times with him, but I do it every 6 months. I've done the process with over hundreds of people. I know it works. Jordan, who's out there listening, he'll tell you it works because he's done it with me, and he can tell you the results he's got. So there's ways to do it. You've just got to apply yourself and do the agenda. Boy, you people want to take me off topic today. I want to come back to intimacy. Guess who I have a deeply intimate relationship with? I do my best to have a deeply intimate relationship with everyone I engage in. If I'm going to make the decision to engage, why wouldn't I be authentic and fully present? No, Lee, you got to multitask. You can do more work. No, there's no such thing as multitasking. You apply your attention in the moment, but then we shift and we shift and we shift and we shift. That's where that rabbit idea, rabbit. No, you want to be fully present. Here's what I've come to understand. All you rabbits out there, you're going to run around like crazy and you're just going to get real tired and the coyote's going to get you. But if you're a tortoise and you've got some really good habits that you've built up and you're going in the direction of you want, and every day you're just taking a step in that direction, oh my God, you're going to get there. So I got Tammy out there. Tammy's feeling a little down, everybody. Send Tammy some love, would you please? She said, I read a book about narcissism and realized I have some of those traits, very painful. I want to believe this can heal everything, even narcissism. So Tammy, let me give you a little something I've learned. I'm going to bring up Dr. John DeMartini again because he is meticulous. Meticulous. He says there are 4,628 human traits. 4,628. And you know what, Tammy? Every single person on the planet has all of them. Every one of us has the potential for being a narcissist. Every one of us has the potential for being a victim, which would be the opposite of a narcissist. Because a narcissist wants someone who's going to feed them. They've got to be told all the time how great they are and all of this. The great way to get over being a narcissist is to realize that you're not great. You're unique. And here's the other thing. Everyone else is unique. There's no one better than anyone else. There's no one worse than anyone else. Those are human judgments. Those come out of, not out of love. They're not just not love. Love means to totally accept. So what's happening, Tammy, is that there are parts of you that you deny. And when there are parts of you that you deny, you're afraid to be authentic. And so you look for someone who can feed the ego to make you feel whole, but it's never enough. You can never, ever, ever get enough, because the only time that you feel full, whole, perfect, and complete is when you believe it about yourself. So it's a journey of self-discovery. A journey of self-discovery. There are 2 books. Stop reading about narcissism. Don't read about anything that you don't want. Can I be more clear about that? Folks, I'm telling you, don't read about anything. Don't listen to anything. Don't watch anything that's not about what you want, because that's building a mental atmosphere and you're not realizing it, but it's going into you and you're going to attract what you don't want to attract. Focus on what you want. So Tammy, I'm going to give you the same thing I tell everybody. There's 2 books that you need to delve into. 2 books that you need to just make the summation of everything you do for the next year. The first book, The Mastery of Love by Don Miguel Ruiz. That's a book about self-love. It's going to teach you things you've not learned before. The other book is The Power in You by Reverend Lee Wolak. Me. I was going to write the book on self-love until I read Don Miguel Ruiz's, and I said, no need to write that book. But what I give you is I give you a lot of powers that are in you right now that you can use to better self-love yourself. So I just share that with you. So that's all the counseling I'm doing on that today, but that's a start. See, sometimes all we need is a start. We just need, where do I need to take my next step on anything? But here's the key thing. The true answer is always within us. We know what we most want. And we know what we know. We know that we know what we most want when we think about it and we get excited and it feels good. And it's not infringing on the rights of anybody else. If you want something real bad, you've got to want it for everybody else. And that's something. So if you've got an ex out there and you want to be wealthy, you want them to be wealthy. Because the second you focus on them not being wealthy, that energy permeates into you. Why would you do that to yourself? If you want to focus on being balanced and happy and fulfilled, you want your mother-in-law to be balanced, happy, and fulfilled. You cannot want for you what you don't want for anyone. The universe will know there's a dichotomy here, a split here, and you'll not get what you want. With that, I think this has been a great morning. Know that I've got a free workshop on the power in you on my book. That's February 19th. And then following that, the week of on Saturday, the 26th of February, I'm going to be doing an online values workshop. I believe the links are all there, or you can find all the information at agapespiritualcenter.com. I do charge for the values workshop because it's worth so much. It's the single best thing I do. If you like me, if you like what I'm saying, get me into something like that and you'll really learn a lot. I promise, because it worked for me. Until tomorrow, you unique lovebirds out there, I'm right here with you, as intimate as I can be, and I love you and I accept you just like you are. Aloha.